Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to a new episode of Music with Nick. I'm super excited. We got another Thin Lizzy Phil Lynott marathon in the books. We're gonna listen to today. This is from Nick. Thank you so much for sponsoring yet another marathon for this amazing band. I'm literally like getting to listen to almost everything, and I'm super excited. There's some Thin Lizzy of the Renegade album, some fighting, some Phil Lynott with Mark Knopfler. So I'm super excited to do this. Thank you so much again, Nick, for sponsoring all these videos. And I'm like getting to know literally everything by Thin Lizzy through you. So I'm super excited. Thank you. This is going to be the list, like they say, the rundown. We're going to start it off with the Fighting album, 2 songs from 75. So this is, I guess, let me check if this is the first album. Here it says Thin Lizzy 75, and it looks like here's the discography, and oh no, I was off. Wait a minute. So Thin Lizzy, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth, the fifth. So this was their 5th album. So we're gonna do 2 from here. We're gonna do Wild One and For Those Who Love to Live, and then Renegade. Man, I've been listening to this, like the tracks that I've been reacting to like nonstop. We're gonna do Leave This Town, which we haven't done. Like there's not much left. And then we're gonna do the Phil Lynott Ode to a Black Man from Solo in Soho. And let's see. And then we're gonna do from a solo album, Philip Lynott album, Ode to Liberty, the protest song. So these are from 82, and then Renegade is 81, and then this one here, it doesn't say the solo in Soho. This is a remaster, but it looks like I'll give you the year once I do the track. Okay, so without further ado, I'll get into the music. Thank you so much, everyone. If you're new to the channel, please, if you like the videos, of course, like and subscribe. If you would like to leave a comment. It's all good. Thank you so much for watching these videos and, for liking the channel. I'm very, very grateful. And of course, thanks to you, Nick, for being so kind and sponsoring this video. So I'll be right back. All right, and here we go with the first song, Wild One. Here we go, some metal. Here we go with some Thin Lizzy. Let's go.
Come home, you've been away too long, will ya?
a great composition. I mean, everything about this like the and then the way it like goes down. That is so awesome. And also a thing that I noticed, this is obviously before the first Dire Straits album, but if you listen carefully, the rhythm, the sounds literally like Sultans of Swing. I'm not saying that Mark Knopfler, and it's so funny because these people are literally friends, but it sounds like it has like this Western vibe. Like Sultans of Swing has a very almost like a flamenco vibe, but a little bit faster. And this is the same rhythm that they're using here. Really, really cool. Because Sultans of Swing came out in 78. I'm not saying that Mark Knopfler said, oh, this is a nice rhythm, let's do it, but it has that same flair. And it's so good, man. I love the dual guitar solo. Literally, the entire solo was played like in harmony. That was awesome. Again, Phil here. What a great band. Just underrated as hell. I'm so sad that this band never got the recognition it deserved. You know, I hope one day, even though they're not together anymore, even though, you know, Phil and Gary have since passed away, but man, these guys were just on a different level. Very, very powerful. Very good. Let's go back.
While the gypsies warned of the danger, you can laugh and joke with friends, but don't you ever talk to strangers. Although their offers may be sweet, I'll bet now we'll wager away and stray and never come back to those who love and me. As Johnny goes to roaming home, where you stray, where you stray. One lonely
Wow, this is literally the year that I think, if I'm not mistaken, the first Judas Priest album came out. I think was 75, and they were already this good. It just sounds metal. And I remember the first Judas Priest. It still didn't know. They still didn't really know what they were doing. I mean, I'm sure they knew what they were doing, but it just didn't sound. It sounded more like, when I listen to early Judas Priest, it sounds like, I don't know, like almost like Flower Power. 74. Okay. Oh my God. Today, September 6th, 1974, Judas Priest released their first album, which was Rock-a-Rolla. And Rock-a-Rolla is just like, I mean, it is hard rock, but it's not like what they became, like this metal, like from hell, you know, like super heavy. Now, if you listen to Judas Priest now, it's like, whoa, you know, like after Painkiller, they, even after their 80s phase, they became so heavy. So, yeah, now I'm talking about Judas Priest, but I just like to compare these bands because they're all, you know, in it together and they're all friends and they all admire each other. It's not about who's better or anything, or you know, I'm not trying to do that at all, you know, but, I just, you know, like to look back and think about what was going on at the time, you know. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do another song of this album, Fighting, For Those Who Love to Live. Let's see if it's like similar to the style. Let's see what they're doing. 75. Here we go.
smooching in the stars. You got to give a little bit of love to those who love to live. Gotta give a little bit of love. Gotta take a little hate from those who have to wait. Up jump John, putting his trousers on, saying I gotta get out of here. I hear your lover's footsteps are coming too near for me, my dear. Oh, the boy, he could boogie. Oh, the boy can kick a ball. Oh, the boy, he got hunger, making love against the wall. You got to give a little love to those who love to live. You got to take a little bit of hate from those who have to wait. Take that hate. Gotta give a little bit of love.
Man, I can see literally, this was amazing, and I just looked up the guitar players. I can see like a Phantom of the Opera coming out of this, you know, on the first album by Iron Maiden. And it is now confirmed. A lot of people were like, yeah, you know, like Iron Maiden was heavily inspired by Thin Lizzy. And I say that with the warmest of hearts, because Iron Maiden is literally, when it comes to metal bands and early, you know, heavy metal, they're my favorite band, you know. Of course, there's other bands that I love, but when it comes to straight up heavy metal, Iron Maiden, they're just like, that's the stuff that I grew up with. I love Thin Lizzy like so much, but of course they're very new. I guess I'm gonna have like in the future, when I keep listening to this, I'm sure that I'm gonna love them as much as Maiden, because that happens also with other bands, you know, like Judas Priest and, you know, Megadeth, Metallica. I love those bands to death, and because it's so long ago that I started listening to them. But Thin Lizzy is so good. It sounds so good for being a 70s band. They sound so ahead of their time. I love that. So the guitar players here on this album, if you're interested, was Scott Gorham on the guitar, and then there's, I think, the harmony guitar was Brian Robertson. I don't know if they're playing at the same time. Let's see, because it says okay, no, it does say like second guitar, but since they're both lead guitar, you know, it doesn't say rhythm or lead or anything. So cool. Okay, so this album, Renegade, it's literally like one of my favorites, because that's the album I've heard the most songs from. Renegade, I mean, Angel of Death, that I added that last time to the marathon that Nick had you know, requested. And then Renegade, of course, The Pressure Will Blow we did. Leave This Town we're gonna do today. Hollywood we did last time. No One Told Him, I think we haven't heard that. Then what is this? Fats, I think, no. Mexican Blood, no. and it's getting dangerous. I don't know. I don't really know the titles that well, but if there's one that I've done already, there's a way to check. Just like on the YouTube channel, you know, like we've done some marathons. Even Alexa and I, we've done some marathons together. So I don't really know exactly what songs are missing from this album, but I think it's the last three, and then no one told him. I don't know, I'm not sure, but Leave This Town I haven't done, so I'm super excited to do that. And then we're gonna dive into some solo work from Phil, and now I know that it's a Lynott. It's not, I would say Lynott, but it's Lynott, like lie not. You know. So Leave This Town from Renegade 1981. Let's go.
I better keep myself from being busted. I better keep myself out of jail. Cause I ain't got a friend that can be trusted. That's why my mama sends my money through the mail. I've been down on my luck. I've been down on my wealth. I gotta stop taking care of business. Start taking care of my health. I gotta leave this town. I gotta leave this town behind. I gotta leave this town tonight. Well, I said I'm down on Main Street, which is a long, long way to go. But before I started, I was calling on the corner, still waiting for my sugar to show. I've been down on my luck. I've been down on my wealth. I gotta stop taking care of somebody else's business. Stop taking care of myself. I gotta leave this town. I gotta leave this town behind. I gotta leave this town tonight. I gotta leave this town. I gotta leave this town behind.
Man, this is so good. Like, honestly, if you live in the Denver area and you're watching this and you want to make it a Thin Lizzy like tribute band, let's do it. I'm totally down, because I think a Thin Lizzy is so much easier to present to an audience, because it's not that heavy, it's not that operatic, you know, like Bruce Dickinson. I think Phil's register is very welcoming. I guess it's very easy to listen to. And this sounds straight up a little bit like the ZZ Top, but in a good way. I'm not comparing it. I'm not saying, oh, it sounds like ZZ Top. No, it just has that, you know, that vibe. So good, man. It's so freaking good. So I would totally be down to, like, I would love to play this. I'm literally gonna, I have this friend, actually he was on the channel, Andres, he's a drummer. I'm gonna hit him up and go, hey, learn this, you know, just to have some fun, you know. I don't want to make, doesn't have to be any money. I mean, it would be nice to get paid to play, of course, you know, but I would totally, like, for fun, just to have fun, you know, play this, because everything is doable. The solos are all, you know, playable. It's just, it would be a heck of a time. I don't know. I would really love to do it. So hit me up, you know, if you're a guitar player, a singer, a bass player. I don't know if Andres, he's a very busy guy, and he's married, and I'm married too, but Alexia would totally be down to support me on this. She would love me to, you know, play live, because this is so much fun, and we could play anything, not just Thin Lizzy, but, you know, a lot of good rock. Let's continue.
I gotta leave this town tonight. Oh yeah.
sheriff, he came after, and he threatened to lock me in a cell box. He showed me his magnum. He showed me his shotgun. He shoved it in my face and said, boy, I think you'd best be gone.
I gotta leave this town. I gotta leave this town behind. I gotta leave this town tonight. I gotta leave this town. I leave this town behind. I gotta leave this town tonight. I gotta leave. I'd rather keep myself from being busted. I got the rest of the thrown in jail. I gotta hit that sheriff, he can't be trusted.
So good. So freaking good. There's not one bad song on this album. All right, and we'll continue with Phil Lynott, Ode to a Black Man. This is from Solo and Soho. Let's see. Just wanna, because it doesn't say on Spotify. 1980. Okay, here we go. All right. This has one of my favorite guitar players ever, Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits. Here we go. Okay, sorry. No, I'm looking at the notes that Nick provided to me. No, this has, I'm sorry, I'm blah, 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 confused. This has Huey Lewis on harmonica. The last song has Mark on the guitar. All right, so here we go. Let's just start from the beginning. Here we go. Boom.
come. Tell them I'm vexed, vexed. If you see Jimmy Hendrix. If you see my bright eye, well, tell them it's clear. I've been living on the wrong side, but now I hear. I've been living on the wrong side, but now I hear. Don't take it no more. Don't take it no more. Mr. Joshua, oh come on. He don't take it no more. Yomo Kenyatta, oh no. He don't take it no more. Haile Selassie, Rastafari, don't take it no more.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. It was more like a blues, you know, a blues shuffle, and the lyrics, you know. I love that he was outspoken, you know. I mean, if you see Stevie Wonder, tell him I hear. If you hear little Stevie Wonder, tell him I see. And I don't want no songs for plants. I want songs for me. And you know, it says here, if you see Doctor, tell him he's king. Martin Luther King. And if you see Muhammad Ali, you too, Muhammad Ali. And you know, I love it. Don't take it no more. You know, I just love, you know, for all the shit that we're getting. He talks about Hendrix, Malcolm X. I think he even talked about Bob Marley. I don't know if or maybe I misheard, but he did say Rastafari at the end. So cool, man. You know, I love it. I love this new thing that you can pull up the lyrics, and man, it's in red. I don't know if my face is red. I think it is. Man, I love this guy. Just his whole style, his attitude. I just saw this interview the other day. I pulled up like a Phil Lynott interview, and he's such a gentle guy. It's like for a rocker, he's so well spoken. I mean, not that rockers are not well spoken, but they didn't mean well spoken. It was so soft spoken. He was so easy. So like, and they were asking him about Thin Lizzy, and this was after Thin Lizzy, and he's like, you know, well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna link it in the description. Beautiful interview. Just I think 2 years or so before his death. Such a gentleman, such a nice guy, down to earth, no rock star syndrome. And the guy to interview is obviously a fan. He's like, "What you think you ever gonna get together with Lizzy?" And he's like, "Well, you know, I don't know." It was just beautiful interview of this guy. Super, just a gentle soul, you know. Okay, so this is Ode to Liberty. And I love that both songs were Ode to a Black Man, and then the other one is Ode to Liberty. This is the one that has Mark Knopfler on guitar. This is gonna be good because everything that Mark touches is amazing. Here we go.
The doctrine of the dogma could
is hypocrisy to act condescending, when in fact it's the world we're mending. And that's why I can't relax, 'cause inside my coat it's a pistol that I pack. We must beware of a surprise nuclear attack. We must be ready to strike back. I'm not pretending. Our defenses they need mending. We must keep on spending. Forget the third world is ending, is starving, is crying. It's desolate. It's oh so late. I would dearly love to return.
I love these lyrics. I got him pulled up. Man, I love that he's, you know, this is more like political. It's not as political as some, but it's anti-war and anti-injustice, you know. I mean, look, we must leave those standing. Forget the third world is ending, because a lot of people are like, oh, the third world's fine, yeah. Is starving, it's crying, is desolate. Oh, so late. I would dearly love to return through a mirror in 20 years and learn what the future has in store for us. You know, stuff against drugs, against... This is very important. This is very good. And I love that Mark is playing again. Like, I brought the guitar and when I paused, but he does again that... That, you know, like he does it literally, since he plays with the finger. He has like this way of doing it, and then of course the lead. I don't know. It's his style is just, you can't really replicate his style on the acoustic, but he has that sound. He has that warm sound. He has those beautiful licks that instantly are recognizable. It's like, oh, that's Mark Knopfler on the guitar. He just has that, like David Gilmour, where you like, he does a bend, David Gilmour bends the guitar, and you're like, that's David bending the guitar, you know. So just a great combination, these two. Let's get back.
Through a mirror in 20 years and learn what the future has in store for us. And if I learned that we lost and there was no hope for those that think, I would turn to drink. Drugs would help me sink, and like a boat I'd float, sail out to the sky, to the universe and back, maybe to give it another try. I don't know why, Jack. Just to go further and farther.
So good. All right, so I've decided to do, of course, another song. You know me. I don't. I do it with a lot of you know, I love, to add a little bit more to the marathons. Almost always, when it's, I guess, when it's running too long because people don't watch them. But it's more, this is more for you, Nick, because you sponsored the thing, and I wanted to do one more from the Renegade album. Then we're almost done with it. Let's just do No One Told Him. I hope you like the song. I'm sure it's not a bad song, but just to get through the album. And I checked and I haven't reacted to it. So here we go with another song from Renegade, No One Told Him. Here we go. Thin Lizzy, 1981.
Hey, listen closely. Listen while I tell you why he loves you and what he misses mostly. It's pointless, it's pretending. He's got a broken heart that needs mending. You didn't tell him, you didn't want to see him again. You didn't tell him, you didn't want to see him again. He's gone crazy, he's reckless. Without you, baby, he's helpless. It's deadly how you broke him. He's a fool without you, baby. I'm not joking. You didn't tell him, you didn't want to see him again. You didn't tell him, you didn't want to see him again. Now when I'm down, my friends, they always come around. And when I'm upset, my friends, they help me to forget. But how can he forget? He hasn't got a friend. 'Cause no one told him you didn't want to see him again. You didn't tell him you didn't want to see him again. Yeah! Hasn't got a friend. No one told him you didn't want to see him again. You didn't tell him you didn't want to see him again. He's all washed up and washed out. Without you, baby, every place he goes, he's thrown out. Get out. He's turned vicious, he's malicious. Just goes to show you how much he misses. He wouldn't tell me you didn't want to see him again. You didn't tell him you didn't want to see him again. I couldn't tell him you didn't want to see him again. I didn't tell him you didn't want to see him again.
Yes, more lighthearted, lyrics, about more about jealousy and your girlfriend and stuff. Like, I love that. But this guitar player on this record, he's so good, and just everything about this band is just fantastic. Like, I don't know the lineups yet, you know, I have to go through that. I did learn all the lineups of other bands, you know, like Maiden had a few changes, you know, not really that much. They just added, you know, they lost a vocalist, gained a better vocalist, and lost a guitar player, gained an amazing guitar player, Adrian Smith, you know, stuff like that, and then got a not so, I mean, he's not my favorite guitar player, Janik Gers, but he's just such a good showman, and I mean, he is a great player, but he is just like not that clean as like, but now all three of them are on stage, you know, so I'm super excited to see them this October. That's crazy. We're gonna see, I mean, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, then the next day Judas Priest, Iron Maiden. Like, that is alone insane on the same day. I think it's, wait a minute, I think it's AC/DC, and Guns N' Roses on the first day. Just to see AC/DC is insane. Guns N' Roses I've never seen. Then also Iron Maiden I've seen. I've never seen Judas Priest. Those are gonna play on the second day, and the third day Metallica and Tool. And by the way, I saw an interview. The vocalist of Tool, he's like freaking out about this event because he's like, we have like no business up here, you know, with these bands. But I think I am a Tool fan, you know, and I think they've done an amazing job for metal. So if you don't know Tool, check him out. They're a newer band from the 90s, but they're so good. And they are, you know, I guess they're not, of course, Metallica or Iron Maiden, but they're proggy and they're really cool. So, but yeah, I know how he feels. I would die on that stage, literally. Nick, thank you again so much for this amazing marathon. I had so much fun. Great choices and songs, a little bit older stuff, and Renegade, and some, you know, Phil by himself. The harmonica song was beautiful. The song with Mark Knopfler was great. The lyrics, Mark, was amazing. And then this last one was just to get Renegade, you know, completed. Great song. A little bit different, I think, on the, you know, it wasn't as heavy, but it doesn't matter. I don't listen to Thin Lizzy for their heaviness. I listen to Thin Lizzy for their creativity and their amazing output. They're an amazing band, and I'm really loving them more and more. So thank you again so much, Nick, for this request. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you had fun, and I hope to see you in the next one.